Fading energy, shortened horizons. Most believe living to a true age is simply luck. They ignore the silent daily choices shaping their deepest potential, but 99% miss what prepares your inner vessel for sustained decades. A clarity that prevents a shortened, less vibrant path. Skipping this risks decades of profound peace. Stay present. Longevity path. The pursuit of a long life is not merely a quantitative quest for an accumulation of more days on the calendar. It is, at its profound heart, a deeply qualitative journey into how fully, how consciously, and how vibrantly one can truly inhabit each fleeting moment, meticulously ensuring that the inner lamp of vitality does not dim or flicker out prematurely before its true, natural course has gently or even majestically run its intended duration. Many individuals mistakenly operate under the pervasive belief that an extended existence is primarily a matter of pure genetics, a predetermined destiny, or mere arbitrary chance, a seemingly random roll of the dice in the vast and intricate lottery of human biology. They tend to fixate disproportionately on external metrics of health, or perhaps yearn for grand, dramatic medical interventions, inadvertently overlooking the subtle yet profoundly effective internal cultivation, the gentle, consistent nurturing that truly underpins robust, enduring vitality and a serene, unwavering inner endurance. True longevity, as taught and exemplified by profound wisdom traditions across countless ages and cultures, undeniably stems from cultivating a harmonious, dynamic relationship with one's expansive inner landscape, a continuous conscious refinement of daily habits that comprehensively support not only the physical vessel but also, and perhaps more crucially, the radiant clarity of the spirit itself, allowing it to shine untroubled. To truly extend your time in a profoundly meaningful and deeply qualitative way, it is inherently less about forcefully pushing against or aggressively defying the inherent boundaries of life, and far more about gently yet deliberately easing into the natural organic rhythm of being, meticulously removing the unnecessary energetic friction or psychological resistance that relentlessly wears down the intricate human system over decades. Consider, as an insightful analogy, the venerable ancient tree that stands majestically for centuries, seemingly unfazed by the relentless march of time. It is emphatically not in a constant aggressive battle against the formidable wind, nor is it attempting to defy the inexorable pull of gravity. Rather, its long and resilient life is a living testament to its innate wisdom. It cultivates exceptionally deep, expansive, and stable roots, drawing foundational nourishment. It maintains an intrinsic, subtle flexibility that allows it to sway and bend gracefully without breaking during violent storms, rather than rigidly resisting. It draws sustenance from its immediate environment with a quiet, unwavering efficiency that is often overlooked. Similarly, the unspoken secret to reaching a truly great age, especially when accompanied by sustained mental acuity, robust physical faculty, and a deep sense of presence, lies unequivocally in nurturing a profound, delicate, and enduring energetic equilibrium within the totality of your own complex inner system. This deeply coveted inner balance is often most profoundly and intimately affected by what genuinely transpires during our most vulnerable, subconscious hours. Specifically, the gentle, subtle transition into the sacred realm of sleep, and then the re-emergence into waking. The precise state of conscious awareness that gracefully precedes the moment we surrender to sleep fundamentally impacts the transformative quality of that rest, which in turn cascades its powerful, nourishing ripples throughout every single cell, every intricate neural pathway, and every comprehensive system upon awakening. What we actively do, what we predominantly think, and what qualities we intentionally cultivate in that sacred, hallowed period just before we finally close our eyes and relinquish conscious control frequently holds far more predictive power for our long-term health, enduring well-being, and crystalline inner clarity than many individuals might instinctively realize or consciously acknowledge. It is, at its essence, a deliberate, tender preparation of the inner ground, meticulously ensuring that the precious hours spent in the silent embrace of darkness genuinely serve as a period of profound and comprehensive regeneration, rather than merely acting as a temporary cessation of daily activity. This integral phase isn't about forceful striving, strenuous effort, or imposing a rigid will. Rather, it is about deep, resonant alignment. Not about arduous efforting to achieve, but about gently allowing the body's innate wisdom to unfold. Most individuals, unfortunately, treat bedtime as an abrupt endpoint, a mere necessary pause in the day's ceaseless demands, often falling into their bed utterly exhausted, perpetually distracted by external inputs, or consumed by the last screen interaction. They may simplistically perceive sleep as a purely physical reset button, unconsciously overlooking its far deeper potential as a profound opportunity for holistic mental, emotional, and even spiritual integration and vital rejuvenation. This often casual, undiscerning approach to such a fundamental and critically important life process frequently sets the insidious stage for an unnoticed, insidious erosion of vital inner resources over time, thereby tragically preventing the crucial accumulation of subtle life force energy that genuinely predicts enduring vitality and resilience. It is, in effect, a profoundly missed opportunity for deliberate inner work, a conscious failure to honor the deep, inherent wisdom subtly embedded within the body's intrinsic natural rhythms and universal principles of regeneration. The unacknowledged consequences of such consistent neglect inexorably accumulate unseen and unheard deep within the very fabric of one's future self, quietly eroding potential over decades. When we observe with clear eyes and deep wisdom those fortunate individuals who carry their boundless vitality, their luminous clarity, and their profound sense of purpose gracefully and robustly into their advanced decades of life, it becomes unmistakably clear that their strength isn't just muscular in its essence, nor is their pervasive inner peace a mere accidental occurrence or a stroke of genetic luck. Rather, their radiant presence often emanates from a deeply consistent, mindful interaction with their own profound energetic well-being, specifically and intentionally concerning their natural daily cycles of activity and rest. The specific habits they consciously adopt and diligently practice during the sacred period, just before sleep, are emphatically not incidental routines or arbitrary preferences. On the contrary, they are deeply conscious, deliberate decisions, sometimes appearing outwardly small and inconspicuous, sometimes representing profoundly rooted internal commitments that cumulatively and unerringly dictate the ongoing health, vibrant luminosity, and inherent resilience of one's crucial inner reservoir of life force. This is the profound art of strategic self-care, a quiet yet powerful discipline that skillfully transforms the seemingly simple, ordinary act of rest into a formidable foundation for an extended, deeply luminous, and authentically lived life. It becomes painstakingly clear that true, enduring longevity is, in fact, a deeply cultivated skill, an intricate inner landscape meticulously tended with unwavering consistency and compassionate presence. Think of your mind, if you will, as a bustling, vibrant marketplace that operates throughout the entirety of your active day, incessantly filled with the cacophonous noise of a multitude of fleeting thoughts, ambitious plans, cherished memories, and pressing concerns. To attempt to transition directly from this vibrant, often clamorous daily activity straight into a state of truly deep, restorative rest without a prior, intentional phase of deliberate calming is akin to futilely attempting to sleep soundly amidst the relentless clamor of a crowded, boisterous public gathering. True, regenerative rest, the kind that authentically and deeply replenishes your deepest energetic reserves and unfailingly ensures profound, crystalline mental clarity and emotional serenity, fundamentally demands the establishment of an inner sanctuary, a quiet, inviolable sacred space where the very waves of human consciousness, often turbulent during the day, can gently and profoundly subside, allowing for deeper healing. The consistent cultivation of this singular habit meticulously sets the pristine stage for sleep that genuinely serves as a profound restorative balm for the soul, a true panacea, effectively preventing the restless, incessant churning of the mind that inevitably diminishes genuine recuperative power and inner vitality. It generously provides the silent, unwavering foundation for the boundless energy and clear focus that will profoundly shape tomorrow's waking experience, ensuring a seamless flow between active life and regenerative rest. This deeply valuable practice often elegantly manifests itself in the simple yet transformative form of what some ancient traditions term mindful observation or gentle internal focus. Before consciously inviting the onset of sleep, assume a comfortable position, either sitting erect or lying supine, and allow your precious attention to gently and softly rest solely upon the subtle movement of your own natural breath. There is no need whatsoever to force or aggressively manipulate its rhythm. Instead, simply observe its gentle, effortless coming and going, noticing the rise and fall of the abdomen, the subtle expansion of the rib cage. With each successive conscious exhalation, lovingly imagine the various lingering tensions of the day, the unfinished tasks that weigh upon your mind, the fleeting concerns and anxieties that might trouble your spirit, softly yet thoroughly dissipating and dissolving into the boundless space surrounding you, leaving behind only peace. This conscious act of energetic release actively creates vital inner space for the profound life energy within your being to fluidly reorganize itself, to find its optimal balance, rather than becoming unhelpfully entangled in the day's unresolved mental chatter or its emotional residue. This is, in its profound essence, a powerful practice of deliberate non-doing, a conscious, profound surrendering to the natural universal current of the present moment, a moment replete with potential. It embodies an understanding that the absolute quality of your nocturnal rest directly and unerringly determines the vibrancy and richness of your subsequent waking life experience. A disturbed, turbulent mind, prior to consciously yielding to sleep, inevitably carries that very turbulence deep into the subconscious realm, often leading to fragmented, superficial rest and an enduring sense of incomplete revitalization upon waking, leaving one feeling perpetually unrested. However, a mind consciously, patiently, and compassionately guided towards tranquility and profound peace before the onset of rest finds itself remarkably capable of deeper, more profound integration of experiences during the silent hours of sleep, systematically consolidating information and processing emotions without the active, often interfering, conscious mental involvement. This deeper, comprehensive integration robustly fuels clearer, more discerning thinking, an enhanced intuitive awareness, and a more consistent, harmonious emotional balance during all waking hours, all of which are undisputed hallmarks of sustained, luminous vitality extending gracefully into advanced age. This quiet, preparatory phase truly is a powerful, unwavering anchor for enduring holistic health and continuous well-being. The commitment to embracing and consistently nurturing this inner quieting habit may, at first, subtly feel challenging amidst the compelling, relentless pull of digital devices or the deeply ingrained habits of incessant busyness and outward striving. Yet, its profound cumulative impact over many years is undeniably transformative and far-reaching. It's a deliberate investment in safeguarding and significantly enhancing your deepest energetic and mental reserves, preparing them for the long arc of life. Just a few minutes, meticulously and consistently applied each night, incrementally creates a profound internal shift, signaling clearly to your entire intricate system, your body, mind, and spirit, that it is a sacred time to truly release, to consciously soften, and to graciously enter into a state of profound repair and vital renewal. This consistent cultivation of genuine inner stillness represents a proactive, empowering step towards not just superficially sleeping longer, but rather sleeping immeasurably more effectively, thereby nurturing the core essence of your entire being and allowing your vibrant life force to flourish uninterruptedly. those insightful individuals who diligently master this quiet, deliberate transition into sleep concurrently master a fundamental cornerstone for enduring resilience and profound pervasive serenity in their active waking lives. Gentle unload. Following the conscious cultivation of true inner quietude, a second deeply profound habit, often intricately and organically intertwined with the first, involves the intentional, compassionate unloading of the day's various burdens, both the emotional residue and the mental clutter that accumulate within. This crucial practice is emphatically not about incessantly rehashing or mentally replaying problems or difficulties from the day. Rather, it is a deliberate act of reviewing the day's events with a gentle, non-judgmental, expansive awareness, then consciously, compassionately, and intentionally releasing any thought, emotion, or lingering energy that might continue to tether your restless mind to tension, anxiety, or unfinished business during the precious, regenerative period of rest. It is intrinsically akin to metaphorically releasing the heavy anchor of a ship that intends to gracefully drift and ride the subtle currents of the night in tranquil peace. If the anchor, burdened by the day's struggles, regrettably remains lodged and fixed, the internal vessel remains unwittingly tethered to its daily struggles and worries, utterly unable to fully set sail into the vast, boundless, and rejuvenating waters of true, deep recuperation, preventing inner expansion. This vital practice fundamentally recognizes with clear insight that any lingering, unresolved emotions or persistent, ceaseless mental chatter, the echo of unexamined thoughts, can profoundly interfere with and tragically compromise the intrinsic depth and profound restorative quality of sleep. Imagine your complex inner space as a finely tuned, highly sensitive musical instrument. If its delicate strings remain excessively taut with the unresolved stresses or discordant thoughts that stubbornly linger from the day's various demands, they will be utterly unable to resonate harmoniously during the silent, intricate symphony of sleep, creating inner dissonance. To truly and consistently optimize your nocturnal renewal, to fully embrace its healing potential, it becomes fundamentally crucial to consciously acknowledge, empathetically process, and then intentionally, compassionately let go of any persistent energetic residue. This crucial step actively prevents these unprocessed elements from tragically contributing to a turbulent internal state, a restless churning that can significantly hinder the body's magnificent natural regenerative processes that are absolutely critical for fostering long-term health, enduring vitality, and profound longevity. The most exquisitely effective and universally accessible way to gracefully engage in this gentle unloading of daily burdens is often through a simple yet remarkably powerful gratitude practice or through the intentional habit of conscious release journaling. Before you peacefully surrender to sleep, pause and thoughtfully reflect for a moment on various aspects of your day, whether they are grand, overt experiences or quiet, subtle moments, for which you can genuinely feel an authentic sense of profound appreciation. This subtle, intentional shift in inner focus, moving consciously from what was perceived as difficult or overtly challenging to what was undeniably positive, nurturing, or enriching, subtly yet powerfully reprograms the subconscious mind for peaceful, undisturbed rest, setting a new energetic tone. It assiduously cultivates an inner garden of quiet calm and inner solace, rather than inadvertently allowing a tangled, chaotic web of lingering concerns to take root. This is not about naively ignoring genuine problems or avoiding responsibility. It is about making a conscious, deliberate choice regarding where your precious mind's final moments of active thought, immediately preceding rest, genuinely reside. Do they linger in states of energetic scarcity or fearful apprehension, or do they lovingly dwell in states of profound appreciation and boundless inner abundance? This choice dramatically alters your state of being. Alternatively, an equally potent and remarkably effective way to engage in this gentle unload is through the concise yet highly therapeutic habit of conscious release journaling. This involves quickly and succinctly jotting down any persistent lingering worries, fragmented thoughts, or unresolved feelings onto a physical medium, like paper. This is not a detailed analytical exercise or an elaborate emotional unpacking. Rather, it is purely and simply a deliberate act of mindfully putting these concerns down, of externalizing them symbolically. The very tactile act of committing these inner movements to a tangible physical form instantly allows the mind to release its tenacious, tight grip on them, freeing itself from mental entanglement. It's a silent internal promise to oneself that these matters, the worries, the plans, the tasks, can be faithfully attended to tomorrow with renewed energy and clearer insight, thereby truly freeing the present moment and, crucially, the impending precious hours of sleep from their intrusive heavy weight. This small yet significant act fundamentally prevents the detrimental habit of rumination, which is an energy-draining, often obsessive mental habit that significantly detracts from genuine rest and deeply compromises recuperative power. The profound power of this gentle, conscious unloading habit lies exponentially in its remarkable cumulative effect. Night after night, meticulously releasing the day's subtle, emotional, and mental weight actively cultivates a deeply rooted, resilient mental habit of consistently letting go, of gracefully surrendering the often illusory need for absolute control. This inherent ability to wisely release control, to trust the flow of life, is a paramount hallmark of deep inner peace, and it directly and profoundly contributes to effective stress reduction and an elevated sense of holistic well-being, all of which are undeniably strong factors directly linked to cultivating and sustaining a vibrant, radiant, and enduring life. Individuals who habitually and conscientiously shed the accumulated mental and emotional baggage of their day often experience profoundly deeper, immeasurably more restorative sleep, consistently leading to more energetic, sharper, and clearer waking hours, which subsequently forms a vital and unwavering bedrock for lasting health, wisdom, and resilience across their lifespan. This intentional processing cultivates an inner fluidity, ensuring one gracefully enters the dream realm, feeling utterly unburdened, serene, and profoundly open to experiencing true, profound regeneration. Body's nourishment. A third foundational habit that resonates deeply with the core principles of enduring vitality and radiant health is the deeply thoughtful practice of consciously preparing the physical form for the profound experience of rest. This involves extending thoughtful nourishment and gentle, respectful attention directly to the body itself. This essential practice transcends the realm of mere usual functional pre-sleep routines and profoundly ventures into a more intimate, compassionate dialogue with one's intricate physical vessel, honoring its subtle needs. It encompasses a fundamental recognition of the body, not merely as a functional machine designed for tireless output, but rather as a wise, incredibly sensitive, and deeply intelligent living organism. This habit therefore involves engaging in specific, subtle acts of mindful physical care that consciously signal profound respect, acceptance, and unconditional support for its innate, powerful, natural regenerative functions that actively occur during sleep. It inherently acknowledges that the body is continually and intelligently working to restore itself, to rebalance, to heal, and that these conscious bedtime acts exquisitely enhance that natural, inherent wisdom and tireless self-repair mechanism, amplifying its potential for vitality. This specific habit often beautifully manifests itself through the consistent practice of gentle, soothing self-massage, or through the deliberate and respectful application of particular beneficial essences to the receptive skin. It is emphatically not a superficial act of transient hygiene, nor a quick beauty routine. Rather, it evolves into a deeper, profoundly therapeutic ritual of conscious, intimate connection with one's own physical structure. Imagine for a moment the meticulous care an athlete gives to preparing their muscles for deep recovery after strenuous activity, but thoughtfully applied to the entirety of your intricate being, encompassing every subtle nuance of your form, conscientiously enacted every single night without fail. The body, as a sentient being, intrinsically thrives on acknowledgement, validation, and consistently receives powerful, subconscious signals of safety, security, and deep reverence through gentle, deliberate, and compassionate touch. This conscious, mindful physical interaction consistently reduces deep-seated physical tension that might unknowingly be carried, sometimes unconsciously, from the day's pervasive stresses or energetic encounters, actively preventing it from subtly interfering with the onset or sustained quality of rejuvenating sleep, ensuring uninterrupted repair. For instance, the mindful, contemplative self-application of warm, purely natural botanical oils to the entirety of the skin, particularly chosen to be applied before mindfully preparing for bed, is a timeless practice, its efficacy revered and utilized across various holistic and ancient wisdom traditions throughout history. As the largest organ of elimination and absorption, the skin possesses an immense absorptive capacity, acting as a gateway, and certain specifically chosen oils are exceptionally rich in therapeutic elements that possess the innate ability to profoundly soothe the central nervous system, to nourish cellular health at a fundamental level, and to gently yet powerfully promote a pervasive sense of grounding and tranquil stability. The deliberate act of warming the chosen oil, gently and rhythmically massaging it into the responsive skin, especially on areas perpetually prone to accumulating deep-seated tension like the feet, shoulders, or neck, naturally transforms this physical action into a deeply meditative process. It literally becomes a soothing physical lullaby for the body, tenderly informing its intelligent systems that it is now a sacred time to consciously relax, to gracefully release its hold on the day, and to profoundly regenerate on a fundamental, molecular, and energetic level. This subtle, consistent anointing not only provides deep nourishment directly to the physical body, but also cultivates and fosters a direct, unspoken communication with its inherent, profound wisdom, implicitly prompting it to optimally engage and amplify its intricate restorative functions during the quiet hours of rejuvenating sleep. Furthermore, this vital habit also often subtly yet importantly involves the mindful consumption of very specific light nourishment or warm soothing beverages, deliberately chosen for their intrinsic properties that gently promote effortless digestion and profound relaxation, rather than stimulating the sensitive nervous or digestive system before bed. Heaviness or intensely demanding metabolic activity in close proximity to bedtime can regrettably divert the body's precious energetic reserves from its crucial repair and rejuvenation processes, redirecting them instead to strenuous digestion, effectively compromising the innate quality of restorative rest. Conscious, discerning choices of simple, calming herbal teas, carefully brewed, or small, easily digestible portions of specific harmonizing foods, consumed thoughtfully, are distinct hallmarks of those who meticulously prepare their internal metabolic furnace for efficient, deep repair overnight, rather than subjecting it to prolonged, unnecessary digestive activity. It is precisely about aligning the natural digestive rhythms of the body with its overarching restorative needs, consciously ensuring profound metabolic calm for deep, comprehensive, and fundamental cellular restoration and renewal that leads to enduring well-being. The unyielding consistency of this conscientious physical nurturing, practiced diligently night after night after night, consciously creates a profound cascading ripple effect that permeates all layers of your being. It powerfully enhances systemic circulation, aiding in crucial detoxification through efficient lymphatic drainage, and simultaneously strengthening the integrity and vitality of the skin and underlying delicate tissues, cumulatively contributing to greater overall physical resilience and boundless vitality over an extended period. More subtly and profoundly, this consistent, respectful, and compassionate treatment of the body meticulously cultivates a deeply embodied sense of inherent security, acceptance, and profound peace, reliably signaling to the intricate nervous system that it is profoundly safe to courageously enter deep, transformative states of undisturbed rest and comprehensive repair. This fully integrated approach to pre-bedtime care, skillfully bridging diligent physical nourishment with conscious mental intention, rigorously builds a powerful, unwavering foundation for long-term health and the kind of vibrant, radiant presence that distinctively characterizes a life authentically lived to its fullest potential, extending gracefully far beyond mere chronological measure. It fundamentally reinforces the immutable truth that our intricate body is, in its profound essence, a sacred, sentient vessel, utterly worthy of our most careful, consistent, and compassionate tending and profound reverence, a temple for consciousness itself. Breath awareness. The fourth profound habit, surprisingly potent in its effect and remarkably requiring incredibly little time, often taking just about 30 conscious seconds, is the intentional, deliberate focus on one's breath immediately before gracefully surrendering to the embrace of sleep. This is perhaps one of the most accessible yet, paradoxically, one of the most profoundly impactful practices for meticulously setting the pristine stage for deep, truly regenerative rest, simultaneously holding immense predictive power for overall vitality, crystalline clarity, and enduring longevity throughout one's life. Many individuals, sadly, rush abruptly into bed, unconsciously carrying the frantic, chaotic rhythm and relentless pace of their day directly into their resting state, thereby disturbing its natural stillness. This brief yet potent period of deliberate breath awareness consciously, effectively, and gently unwinds the intricate nervous system, signaling an unmistakably clear and distinct shift from the highly active, externally focused, sympathetic state, often associated with stress and exertion, to the deeply restorative, internally focused, parasympathetic mode, a crucial physiological transition that is absolutely critical for authentic internal repair, comprehensive healing, and profound holistic rejuvenation. The innate power inherent in one's breath is by no means a purely mystical or esoteric concept. It is unequivocally a direct, accessible physiological lever, a powerful tool you always possess. Through consistent, controlled, and deeply mindful breathing practices, one can directly influence vital internal metrics such as heart rate variability, systemic blood pressure regulation, and consciously encourage the beneficial release of various calming neurochemicals, effectively preparing the entire body-mind system for profound, undisturbed rest. Conversely, the hurried, often shallow, and inefficient breaths typical of chronic stress or the pervasive demands of modern life tragically perpetuate an alert, tense, and energetically bound internal environment even when an individual consciously attempts to sleep. This brief, intentional pause in such shallow breathing patterns profoundly reverses that detrimental physiological and mental habit. By thoughtfully focusing on a deliberate lengthening of each exhalation, one can effectively and efficiently activate the body's profound natural relaxation response, a key indispensable ingredient not only for the optimal quantity, but, more critically, for the supreme quality of deeply restorative sleep. In practical terms, this simple yet profoundly effective 30-second habit can be as utterly straightforward as gently lying down comfortably and taking several deep, slow, and intentional breaths. The fundamental key, the underlying secret, is to consciously make each exhalation notably and discernibly longer in duration than the preceding inhalation. For example, one might softly inhale for a deliberate count of 4, hold the breath briefly and effortlessly for a count of 1 or 2, and then consciously exhale slowly and continuously for a prolonged count of 6 or even 8, allowing the air to release completely. Just 3 to 5 such deliberate, consciously paced breath cycles are often profoundly sufficient to begin deeply and unequivocally calming the entire nervous system, facilitating a palpable shift. The entire unwavering focus should remain solely on the subtle, internal movement of the diaphragm, the gentle rhythmic expansion and contraction of the abdomen as the breath enters and exits, and the quiet, soothing sound of the breath itself as it flows freely. It's an immediate and powerful re-anchoring of conscious awareness into the most fundamental, rhythmic, and life-sustaining process of your very existence, effortlessly bypassing the endless, distracting mental chatter that so often stubbornly accompanies the crucial transition into sleep. This seemingly minor and quick intervention holds absolutely massive and far-reaching implications for long-term vitality and overall longevity. Consistent and conscious activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, meticulously triggered by such simple breathwork, not only dramatically enhances the intrinsic quality of sleep itself, but it also robustly reduces systemic inflammation throughout the body, significantly improves overall cardiovascular health, and vitally contributes to more efficient and thorough cellular repair and regeneration, all of which are undeniably vital and indispensable components for extended, luminous vitality, active energy, and cognitive clarity into advanced age. Over the course of many months, and indeed many years, these repeated 30-second micro-pauses accumulate their profound beneficial effects, gradually yet definitively teaching the body and the mind to habitually return to a deeper, more profound state of inherent equilibrium and inner ease. They proactively prevent the insidious, slow erosion of internal resilience and vital energy that unchecked, chronic stress consistently induces over time, often unnoticed. This is not about forcefully imposing or striving for sleep through willpower, but rather gently and skillfully inviting a profound, restful state of renewal through deliberate, intelligent physiological modulation and intentional awareness, creating the optimal internal conditions for deep restoration. Those individuals who naturally embody and consistently live vibrantly active, full lives well into advanced age, often intuitively or consciously, employ precisely such simple, consistent internal recalibrations. They possess an implicit or explicit understanding that mastery over one's breath is, in effect, a powerful mastery over one's intrinsic internal state of being. This brief yet potent ritual acts as a final comprehensive clearing and a purposeful centering before surrendering to sleep, meticulously allowing the vital life force to circulate freely and unhindered throughout the entire body, allowing it to fully engage in its crucial restorative and rejuvenating work without the pervasive interference from a lingering sense of alertness, tension, or unresolved mental static. It robustly ensures that the profound foundation of one's future holistic health is being meticulously laid down, cell by cell, night after peaceful night, simply yet powerfully, through the ancient inherent wisdom of conscious breathing, confirming unequivocally that often the most potent and transformative shifts in life, the deepest insights and healings, universally stem from the simplest, most fundamental acts of continuous internal alignment and compassionate self-awareness. Intentional rest. Beyond specific individual habits merely preceding sleep, the fifth critical habit that powerfully contributes to living vibrantly lies in cultivating an overarching mindset of profound intentional rest, and crucially, in actively honoring the sacred sleep environment itself. This principle is not about simply completing a nightly task, but rather about treating sleep not as a passive, unavoidable default state, but as an undeniably active, essential, and crucially vital component of sustained vitality, thereby deserving of meticulous, deliberate attention and thoughtful, conscious preparation. It is the deep recognition that the precise physical space you occupy during your sacred hours of rest, and more importantly, the specific mindset and internal energetic state you consciously carry into it, profoundly influence the ultimate depth and efficacy of your body's restorative recovery, and thus your sustained capacity to live vibrantly, purposefully, and robustly. This holistic perspective naturally moves beyond mere utilitarian bodily care and deeply integrates into the realm of surrounding oneself with supportive, resonant energy conducive to profound internal restoration. The physical environment of sleep, specifically your bedroom, is far more than just an ordinary room or a functional space. It is deeply meant to be a true sanctuary, a quiet refuge, an inviolable inner haven where the physical body and the restless mind feel utterly safe to disengage fully from external demands and profoundly reset. This vital habit often involves a mindful, ongoing decluttering of the space, meticulously ensuring minimal intrusive electronic interference, the silent glow of screens or notification sounds. It demands carefully regulating the ambient temperature for optimal comfort, creating a conducive climate, and conscientiously reducing unnecessary light and extraneous noise that can disrupt delicate internal rhythms. These are not obsessive or compulsive acts, but rather conscious, deliberate choices made to meticulously prepare and create an ideal vessel for pure, undisturbed, and deep physiological and energetic regeneration. A chaotic, disorderly, or persistently overstimulated sleep environment directly transmits unsettling, jarring signals to the subconscious mind, effectively compromising the deepest, most vital states of restorative rest, making full cellular, energetic, and mental recovery challenging and often incomplete over time, ultimately affecting longevity. But beyond the tangible physical aspects, the profound intentional mindset consciously cultivated towards the very act of rest is equally, if not more, vital. It's an inherent internal posture of deep surrender and unshakable trust, a conscious, willing release of the pervasive human need to rigidly control all outcomes or to constantly worry about the unmanifested, often unpredictable future. When one approaches the transition into sleep with lingering anxiety, persistent rumination, or merely a sense of imposed duty, the body's magnificent natural relaxation mechanisms can be significantly inhibited, creating resistance. Conversely, a mindset rooted in profound, heartfelt gratitude for the day's blessings and a deep, implicit trust in the body's innate, miraculous wisdom allows for a far more effortless, serene descent into rejuvenating slumber. This crucial inner shift from perceiving sleep as an obligatory having to sleep to graciously allowing rest to profoundly unfold as a natural, nurturing process immeasurably enhances the transformative, restorative power of the nocturnal period, subtly yet powerfully enriching your unique energetic blueprint for a vigorous, refreshed awakening. Consider for a thoughtful moment the subtle energetic resonance pervading your bedroom space. If this intimate sanctuary is laden with the persistent energetic anxieties of the day, perhaps manifested as unaddressed piles of work, the glaring brightness of neglected screens, or the lingering unresolved echoes of difficult conversations and tumultuous thoughts, these dissonant energies subtly yet profoundly affect the intrinsic quality of your repose, interfering with coherence. Intentional rest, therefore, involves proactively clearing these energetic echoes and vibrational imbalances. This can be achieved perhaps with a simple yet profoundly symbolic gesture like tidying and organizing the space, conscientiously dimming all lights an hour or more before intending to sleep, or intentionally creating a calming, atmospheric scent through pure, natural diffusers or aromatic herbs. These intentional acts are inherently less about superficial hygiene and far more about consciously and energetically transforming the designated space into a tranquil, sacred vessel designed for profound tranquility, deep inner peace, and boundless rest, ready to lovingly cradle your subconscious mind during its essential, intricate work of fundamental self-renewal and rebalancing. The consistent cultivation of this particular habit, meticulously performed night after peaceful night, invariably reinforces a deep, pervasive, and fundamental respect for your physical body's crucial restorative needs, echoing your inner devotion. It rigorously trains the discerning mind to consciously disengage purposefully, leading to an undeniable deeper quality of sleep achieved over decades and across years. Those insightful individuals who inherently understand and consistently, diligently implement intentional rest into their daily rhythm do not merely passively attain more hours of superficial sleep. Rather, they consciously achieve richer, more profound, and intricately coherent sleep that unequivocally and profoundly nourishes their crystalline mental clarity, fortifies their emotional resilience, and deepens their comprehensive physical well-being into advanced age, extending their years vibrantly. This meticulously disciplined attention to the sacred, timeless ritual of profound rest is a direct, undeniable investment in the enduring vitality of their luminous presence, allowing their deepest wisdom to surface and guide them through life. Beyond sleep, while these specific bedtime habits profoundly impact longevity and deeply enrich our physical well-being, their true transformative power, paradoxically, extends far beyond the mere hours spent in the silent embrace of darkness. They are emphatically not merely isolated, disconnected routines. They are, in essence, coherent reflections of a far more fundamental and universal principle: conscious, disciplined engagement with your own subtle, life-giving energy, underpinned by an implicit understanding that every single conscious moment and every small choice consciously shapes the inherent vitality and boundless potential that powerfully carries you forward throughout your unique life journey. The unwavering consistency with which one embraces and integrates these seemingly simple habits authentically speaks to a profound and inherent respect for the continuous, unfolding process of living, thriving, and ceaselessly renewing, discerningly recognizing that true vitality is never something passively received as a gift or a stroke of luck, but is instead, and most vitally, actively and conscientiously cultivated through persistent self-attention. The compassionate practice performed diligently before sleep, therefore organically becomes a rigorous training ground, a vital daily laboratory for actively being profoundly present, mindfully aware, and deeply intentional throughout the entirety of the subsequent waking day, weaving moments of peace and purpose throughout life. Consider the gentle, pervasive ripple effect that cascades from cultivating genuine inner quietude before gracefully surrendering to sleep. That exquisitely honed skill of quietly and gently calming the restless mind, developed each night, directly translates into a significantly greater, pervasive capacity for pure, undivided presence during your waking hours. A heightened ability for truly listening with profound attention, for focusing your mental energies intently without distraction, and for consciously responding thoughtfully and wisely to life's challenges rather than merely reacting impulsively or defensively. This enhanced mental clarity, directly resulting from well-cultivated sleep, significantly reduces persistent inner turbulence throughout the day, effectively preventing the slow but subtly significant energetic drain and pervasive inner fragmentation that consistently results from an unbroken cycle of constant external distraction and superficial engagement. Longevity, it must be profoundly understood, is never solely about the body's enduring lifespan. It is fundamentally and inextricably linked to sustained, optimal cognitive function, continuous mental sharpness, and unwavering emotional resilience, all of which consistently stem directly from maintaining a meticulously well-managed and harmoniously balanced inner state. Similarly, the diligent habit of gently, compassionately unloading the day's various burdens, whether mental, emotional, or energetic, before sinking into sleep, fundamentally instills within the individual a pervasive, restorative mental fluidity. This conscious practice assiduously teaches the discerning mind to graciously release its tight attachment to past events, to effectively process experiences with clear eyes, and to gracefully move forward without unnecessarily holding on to corrosive, stagnant energetic residue or unhelpful mental patterns. This remarkable capacity to wisely let go of daily emotional accumulations diligently prevents chronic stress from rigidly solidifying into enduring, detrimental patterns within both the physical body and the subtle energy fields of the mind, patterns that are universally understood to accelerate the intrinsic aging processes, diminish innate clarity, and gradually erode inner peace and harmony. Those insightful individuals who consciously master this deeply personal process of emotional and energetic cleansing consistently report experiencing a significantly greater sense of enduring equanimity and remarkable adaptability in the ever-shifting landscape of life, qualities that are profoundly crucial for navigating the myriad complexities and inevitable challenges of a truly long and fulfilling existence with grace and inner strength. Their profound inner resilience allows them to intuitively bend, to flex, rather than catastrophically break under pressure. The consistent, tender physical nourishment of the body, meticulously applied with gentle intentionality and profound presence before the onset of sleep, universally reinforces a profound, intimate, and deeply respectful relationship with one's own physical form, fostering a sense of innate wisdom within the body. It consciously transforms the body from a mere utilitarian, functional vessel designed solely for ceaseless output into a revered living temple that respectfully houses one's profound consciousness and spirit, recognizing its inherent sanctity. This consistent, conscious communication of deep care, acceptance, and reverence creates a powerful, undeniable reciprocal effect. The body, receiving and deeply feeling valued, naturally and instinctively responds by profoundly optimizing its intricate repair and fundamental maintenance processes throughout both the waking and sleeping hours. This symbiotic, harmonious relationship actively cultivates not just a longer lifespan in quantitative terms, but more profoundly, a life truly lived with greater inherent physical comfort, heightened sensory sensitivity, and a deeply grounded present awareness, allowing the individual to move through their days with an effortless, fluid ease that visibly radiates profound, comprehensive well-being and inner radiance to all who encounter them. The unwavering intentionality consistently dedicated to preparing the sleep environment or thoughtfully honoring the sacred moment of conscious transition into rest further extends this cultivated awareness into every intricate corner and every subtle aspect of one's entire life. It powerfully signifies an acute awareness that external conditions, the outer surroundings, profoundly reflect and significantly affect internal states of being, demonstrating a deep interconnectedness. By mindfully and deliberately structuring a tranquil, serene resting space, free from external disturbances, one implicitly and organically learns to conscientiously structure their daily waking environment as well, proactively reducing chaotic inputs and energetic drains, and actively creating expansive spaces that consistently support deep concentration, unwavering inner calm, and sustained productive energy. This comprehensive, holistic approach therefore rigorously ensures that every single aspect of life consistently supports deep, authentic replenishment and genuine renewal, graciously extending the fundamental, timeless principles of profound internal regeneration into an active, fully engaged presence throughout every precious phase of the day, transforming the mundane into the meaningful. Life's clarity, the genuine, profound wisdom embodied within these meticulously cultivated habits truly lies in their innate capacity to cultivate not merely a longer life, but an inner state of life's purest clarity. They are emphatically not isolated techniques designed for a mere biological extension of days or superficial physical benefits. Rather, they are deeply interconnected threads that intricately weave together to form a far richer, more vibrant tapestry of profound being. By consistently preparing the inner vessel, encompassing the intricate body, the boundless mind, and the subtle energetic essence for deep, restorative recuperation each night, one doesn't simply add more chronological years to their existence. They powerfully add profound life, radiant clarity, and immense enduring depth to their existing years, seamlessly transforming what might otherwise be perceived as mere passive existence into a truly luminous, purposeful, and fully conscious unfolding of inherent potential. The unifying, undeniable common thread that meticulously connects and intertwines all these seemingly disparate practices is the consistent application of conscious intention, deliberately and diligently brought into every single daily action. It is, at its core, about truly recognizing that the profound, inherent wisdom guiding longevity, coupled with the blossoming of sustained intimacy, authentically arises not from fleeting momentary acts of outward brilliance or singular breakthroughs, but rather from the powerful cumulative impact of countless small, consistent, and deeply disciplined acts of unwavering reverence for your own precious, unique life force, understanding its sacredness. These particular bedtime rituals, diligently observed, are fundamentally direct invitations to a deeper, more expansive self-awareness. an unyielding, compassionate commitment to consistently cultivating your most fundamental, essential energetic resources, recognizing their inherent value and capacity for self-renewal, especially through mindful rest. In the final reckoning, genuinely living past 90 years of age or reaching any great chronological age with unwavering vitality, enduring clarity, and robust purpose is ultimately less about a capricious external fortune or accidental circumstances, and far more about embodying an inherent internal fortitude, a powerful quiet strength, and diligently practicing consistent, compassionate, and gentle tending to your inner landscape. It is a humble, quiet dedication to your deepest, most authentic self, inherently understanding that the very quality and rich texture of your continuous journey through the vast landscape of time is an immutable, direct reflection of how consciously, how lovingly, and how meticulously you choose to nurture the most subtle yet undeniably profound rhythms pulsating within your own multi-layered being, particularly those sacred rhythms that meticulously guide your precious, transformative transition between periods of active, engaged presence and periods of deeply restorative, profound rest, forming the ebb and flow of life's energy. Embrace the pervasive silence that gracefully descends before sleep. Consciously release the day's gentle, lingering burdens from your mind and heart. Humbly honor the ancient wisdom encoded within your body's profound, self-regulating intelligence. Diligently master the life-giving rhythm of your own unique breath, and thoughtfully, intentionally craft your immediate sanctuary of deep rest, transforming it into a haven of peace. For in these simple, potent, and diligently observed daily actions lies the foundational blueprint for an extraordinary, sustained, and meaningful journey. A life authentically lived with unparalleled clarity, pervasive inner peace, and an enduring, unshakable sense of purpose. The greatest treasures of a life truly well lived are often profoundly found in the quiet, unassuming moments of deep, dedicated self-attention, faithfully and consistently returned to each peaceful night, leading invariably to a continuous, radiant, and profoundly awakened existence. YouTube comment: be honest. Did this speak to that quiet wisdom already living within you too?